Have you always wanted to be a vet?
Yeah, when I was little, like really little, my mum and dad used to take me to the zoo a lot. I was like, oh, I really want to be a zookeeper when I grow up. And then I realised that I could become a vet because I love animals and I'd like to help animals. I'm interested in science, medicine, so I thought it'd be a great job.
And you said when you were little you thought about doing this. How old are you now?
I'm 11 now.
According to the Australian Veterinarian Network, the dream for many kids from about the age of 13 years is to be a vet. So one very clever Canadian vet, Dr Scott Bainbridge, thought creating a special holiday camp might help some of those kids realise their dream.
It's all about inspiring young minds to be promoted into the profession that I think is one of the best professions in the world, and that's veterinary medicine. It's also a way for us to help promote responsible pet ownership in children.
And they weren't just local kids from Sydney either.
Tell me, where are you from, Talissa?
I'm from Griffith.
Wow, so you've come a fair way for the course.
Yeah.
What do you think of it?
It was great, fantastic. I loved it.
What made you want to do it?
Well, I've always wanted to be a vet, and when I heard about it, I was like, I need to do this because I just love animals and I really want to be a vet.
And while there's still a few years to go before some of these kids realise their dream of becoming a vet, a guided tour of a real working vet hospital may just help to keep them motivated.
Alrighty guys, this is where the hospital starts out the back. Who's my group? Group 2? Group 2. Group 2. How many have I got? I've got 5 of you. Alrighty, who is interested in surgery the most? No? No? Yes? Yeah? Awesome. Alrighty, well we'll come through to here first. This is our radiology suite. This is where we do all of our x-rays. Have any of you had an x-ray before? Over here. Now these are called our colonisations. So do you want to fiddle with those and try and get just the hand into the x-ray?
Now, it might look like a bunch of kids playing dress-ups and fiddling with the equipment, but we were as pleasantly surprised as some of the staff were just how smart these young people really are.
Alrighty guys, who's in my group now?
These guys.
Do you want to follow me guys? Shoots it around in a circle and then it'll develop a 3-dimensional view.
Is it something you said? Attention span.
You just when they like pump like a liquid intravenously into the dog like halfway through the scan.
We can actually do that. What that's called is a contrast study. So that's very good that you know about that. So basically what happens is depending on what we want to take a ready.
Of course, a guided tour is one thing, but these kids also spent time in class doing some very practical work, like playing with bananas.
Look at that forceps work. Not even using her hands. It actually takes a long time to be able to do this right, so you guys are on a really good start.
Were you taught to do suturing through using bananas?
No, Dr Bainbridge actually was the first person to teach me. Yep. We don't really we don't really get to surgery until 4th year, so at least I'll have a head start.
And the blood taking, you did say that the kids were just basically going to stab the thing. I didn't see any of that.
But I think they're just quite anxious to stick the needle in the vein. So sometimes they don't always think about what you've been teaching them, but it's just enthusiasm. So I forgot to say, you probably want to go in at just less than at about a 45-degree angle.
That is so awesome.
How do you find this in course? It is used by you. I'm so cute.
That is so awesome.
Well, playing dress-ups at a large hospital, sewing up bananas and sucking cordial out of a tube with a needle is one thing, but how do young kids handle the real thing?
Oh, well, it was a bit icky, but I know that you have to put up with it if you want to be a vet, and I thought it was really interesting.
Okay, so apparently some people, obviously not you, thought it was a bit too much and they perhaps thought, well, maybe it's not for me, but you like that part?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just interesting to see what goes on inside an animal's body.
So what do kids really learn by seeing something as confronting as an actual operation?
Hopefully more than anything else, they learn some enthusiasm for the science behind veterinary science. It is a real, true science. To me, it presents a lot of challenges when you're doing this sort of thing. So it shows them some of the challenges they're going to be up for in the future. If I can enthuse just one of them enough to say, yeah, I want to take up the gauntlet, I want to walk the walk and do the study and become a vet, we could get some great people out of this. And that's one of the things that we love to see people that are dedicated from a real young age and develop a true love for the profession, because then they have compassion and empathy with the animals, and that's really important in our profession.
If you saw an animal that was really sick or had been hit by a car, would you know what to do?
Yes, I would, because we learnt CPR, and that was probably one of my favourite things.
Yeah?
And yeah.
Is it hard to do? Because it's, they're different to us.
Well, I guess it's sort of the same as doing CPR on a human. You do the chest compressions and breathing and...
But you have to actually think about what you're doing, because if you get it wrong, you might actually hurt an animal. So you have to just think about it.
Yeah, because they're not all as big as Toshka, are they?
No, like if you're doing it on a little chihuahua, you might push too hard or hurt it.
Okay, looks like the Future Vet Kids Camp has been a hit with the kids, but what do the parents think?
Well, I don't see this as a holiday activity program. I think this is really for kids who love animals, who are interested in some sort of science-related topic, be it veterinary science or biology or something akin. I don't think this is a general holiday program where kids are just minded. This is for kids who are really interested.
The one thing about our camps, we don't sugarcoat the profession.
Yep.
We show the kids surgery. They learn dissection. They learn anatomy. They realize that this isn't just about patting kittens and puppies. It's about medicine, and it's about learning the profession.
Okay, check.
That's kind of cool. And do you think you'd come back again to another Future Vet Kids Camp?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Haven't you learnt it all now?
Well, there's heaps more to learn.
More to learn. You can't never stop learning. It's just great fun.
Yeah.
And if you're thinking of coming back next year, why not check out their website, futurevetkidscamp.com.